Hey everybody, John here from All Miniatures Great and Small, and today I'm doing another episode of What's on the Table. So, over the last week I decided to sit down and try to knock out some of my Team Yankee that I've been having on the painting table for far too long. So this is what I've been working on. It is primarily, it's intended to be a U.S. Marine Corps Army for Team Yankee, although some of this stuff can be support, some of it could be U.S. Army or Marine Corps. You can run it either way. But so what have I done so far? I think I've showed you these on and off over the last year, but I finally sat down and with my M60 tanks, finally got all the camo, the highlighting for the green, and the detail on them. So the tanks are pretty much done. I gotta say I love the these M60 kits. They're such neat little models, and they go together really well. They're fun to build, and they have so much detail. So I've got those. I decided to go with a NATO 3-tone scheme for them, so it's a little bit different than what was in the book. But I really like this paint scheme. I think it looks really good, particularly since we're playing in Europe. So I like that. So besides these M60 Patton tanks that I painted, I also did a platoon of like LAV 25s. So these are basically a recon element, kind of like a Soviet BMP. Cool little model, a really cool looking vehicle in general. So I've got a unit of those. I've got another box of these that I could put together. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it right away because in the first iteration of this build I'm making, I only have one unit of 4. Then I've got some Humvees, HMMWVs, in different versions. So for example, this is, I'm working on a 2-vehicle platoon. These guys have TOW missiles, so it's an anti-tank section. And you can see the little guy with the TOW missile there. And I did these again in the NATO 3-tone scheme. You also have a recon section, which is going to be these guys, and these are some extra for when I eventually make a you make a whole company of these guys. They're cute little, cute little cars. There's different versions of these. So these have been green coated and kind of a basic wash on them, but no camo yet. This one is the M2 version with the 50 cal. And this is with the, I forget what mark it is, but it has the grenade launcher. And then that's another TOW missile there. So these can be configured a lot of different ways. There's also a one with a Stinger missile guy sticking out of the back. I don't have any of those built right now, but I can add those. Last thing I'm building are these Sergeant Yorks. I really like the tank. Whether you're controversial and think they shouldn't be in Team Yankee because they were never built, even though Team Yankee is the hypothetical World War III, I just like how they look. It's got the hull of a M48 tank. It's been modified, of course, plus this really boxy, kind of ungainly turret on there with a pair of 40mm cannons and radar. So these, I'm thinking about not camouflaging them, just painting them up and weathering them. This is just the green done so far. No highlights or dirt or anything like that. But leaving those green, they're in the backfield. They were rushed to the front. They haven't had time for their camo or something along those lines. I just wanted some visual representation besides the model itself that these are more divisional support. They're in the back versus everything else that's in the company. Let me know what you guys think about that. But overall, I love painting Team Yankee models and Flames of War models for that matter, and it's a nice change of pace. I got burned out on painting these guys and went to 40K and some other models which are very colorful, lots of blues in my case, but it's always nice to come back and take a break from that and get back to some Team Yankee, play some good old honest American tank green on these things. So I like those. So hopefully I will get this done in the next week or so. I'm trying to schedule a game with Mark so I can get these on the table, and I know he's got some new Soviet units I think he's working on, so we can get a battle report out for you guys. But there you go, that's what's on the table this week. As always, please check us out on Facebook at All Miniatures Great and Small. You can kind of keep up with what we're doing there. Also, please like and subscribe here on YouTube. We always appreciate it. It helps the channel a lot. As always, thanks for watching, and keep on wargaming.